YouTube family, what is up? This is your boy Abel here with San Diego V-Dub Life and another video. We're going to do an unboxing, so let's check it out. All right, so if you saw the description, you know that this is some sort of a roof rack. So let's crack this thing open. Let's see what we got here. Shout out to JMTBNO for sending me this roof rack. The eBay link for the product is in the description. Check it out. Here's the instructions. So I'm going to try to follow these very detailed instructions. Yeah, I don't know. We got to loosen this bolt up. Okay, so loosen up the bolt, then slide it over. All right. There we go. Now it's in there. Now, step 2. Take another one. Open up the next package. Okay. So the screw is turned all the way in, so we're just going to back it up. Slide this in there. Then we'll slide the crossbar, which is right here. There's a cap that goes, so you're actually going to slide this out. Put the cap on it. All right. Okay, so we just do that to the other side, then I guess we just put it on the truck. Okay, let's try to see how this thing is going to mount. So it says we have to take off the lock cover. So we'll do that. Why doesn't the cover come off? Oh, there we go. Okay. I guess this is an adjustment screw right here. So we'll adjust that and lower this down. Okay, this is a 14 millimeter. Oh, you can loosen this up pretty far. All right. So this screw, adjustment screw, is pretty long because I would like to get this to sit on this section, not on this part. So that way this can have a better angle, leaning closer towards the shape of this. So let's loosen this up some more. See if we can get this pad to reach. That also help on the width of this thing. Just a little bit more. Almost. Okay, there we go. Ooh, barely on there by a thread, literally. All right, before I tighten that up, let's do the other side. See how it's nice and flat now? And then this is at a better angle. So that when you close the door, you can see the door in the back. Not a lot of gap there, so you want this to be nice and tight up against this edge here. It's laying flat on this edge. So let's adjust the other side. I'm actually going to want to adjust it because look at this side. It's sticking way out over here. So this can, well, actually, let me loosen this up. Maybe I need to adjust the other side a little bit. See, the other side is now popping up. Let's slide it forward a little bit too. Might help. That side's laying nice and flat. This side is not. Oh, you can tighten these up too, I guess. Lay it flat and then tighten it down. That's an option. Let's try that. All right, that's why it's important to measure. The other side is 8 1/8. This side is at 9, so I need to come back about 3/4 of an inch. So it's perfect with the other side. Now we are perfect. Still doesn't want to lay flat. If I tighten this up, it's gonna pull it, isn't it? Ah, there we go. Okay, so it's barely in there. All right, so the way I got this to lay flat was by loosening this screw up as much as possible. And what that does is pushes and pulls on this angle right here. So the approach I'm going to take is I am going to barely tighten up this bolt right here and just make sure it's flat. Make sure this is laying flat. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten this bolt, and that's going to stop this from sliding back and forth, in a sense, kind of locking it in place. But the problem is it doesn't lock it. It just tightens it. And since this is plastic, I'm sorry, this is powder coated, it's kind of slippery. And the pad that grabs onto it is made out of plastic, so it's not going to grab onto it well. And then if you tighten it too much, you'll just bend the metal bar, the square bar that goes across. So I'm just going to tighten it up so where it's snug. And in theory, that should be good enough. Let's see, that's going to keep it from moving. The only problem is I don't know if my lock is going to fit over the bolt. All right, it does. Okay, I mean, it's kind of tight. It's not bad. Good enough. Go. Let's put the lock on the other side. And then let's tighten up the bar a little more. So we're just going to tighten up the crossbar a little better. So we're just going to tighten up. Doesn't seem loose at all. Let's get a couple more turns on it. All right, that should be pretty snug. It's snugger. This is really loose and tight. Huh. Okay. Well, it's tighter now. Let's try tightening up that side a little bit. I don't want it to start lifting. It seems pretty tight. Well, this is finger tight. Let's tighten it up just a little bit more. Okay, that's tighter. That's better. It's not lifting. All right, that's good. Okay, that's as tight as I'm going to do it because I don't want this thing. Do not pull on this way or that way. All right, let's put the cover on. And we're good. Now for the back one. Yeah, these are definitely for the Tacoma because I tried putting it on the Golf and it did not work. I see a problem already. On the 2008 Generation 2 Tacoma, this section right here is wider in the back than it is in the front. So that's going to be a problem because it barely fit on the front one. The only way I can make this work is if I get a longer screw. It's the only way this is going to work. Because ideally, this is where you would want it at. You see that? I would need a much longer screw. All right, for this to work, you see this gap right here is pretty big. I mean, look how much distance I need to get that to reach. So I'm gonna need like that's probably a 1.5 inch screw. I'll probably need at least a 3 inch screw. So I'll take this with me to the hardware store and try to find one the same size. It does come with its own bolt, so I'll use that. I just need this. I don't need the washer or the flat washer or the lock washer. I can use that. But yeah, for this to work and to get the distance, you see the front one is here and the back one is here. I mean, that's what you want. You want the, you don't want them right next to each other. All right, project on hold. Okie dokie. Now the bolt that I need for my roof rack goes right here. How do I know what size this is? Well, I went on Temu and picked me up one of these handy dandy metric gauges. So this is an 8mm by 125. Here's the nut that goes on the other side, and here's the screw. Boom. So I just need an 8 by 125 by, like, let's say 3 inches. Should be good. I went to the store and got some screws. Hopefully this is going to be long enough. Oh yeah, this is plenty long enough. Too long. Get the shorter one. All right, so here's the original one. Here's the one I just got. And this should definitely work. Yep. Okay, so let me put the, let's see, they put the flat washer, they put the lock washer, then the flat washer. And then the bolt. So let me take the bolt off the old one. Hey, there we go. It works. Okay, cool. Let me just measure the distance here so I can keep it equal. I'll measure it from the front. It's got 21.5. Okay, we got this side adjusted. So I'm just trying to reach inside here and measure with my finger by touch the amount of threads that are sticking out over here. Just gonna get them even with the other side. Okay, I think we're actually locked in there. See, nice tight fit right here. Right here. It's flat on the other side. And it's locked in pretty good actually. So these screws, these are the longer ones I got. I think these are like 3 inches. And as I tightened them down, it didn't try to flip up or anything like that, like it did when I was trying to do the front ones. So I think the key is to get your bar here centered, like the distance here, equal on both sides. And then once you get it equal, kind of have this in place and then tighten up the bolt underneath right here. Tighten that up, and then that's going to keep these from moving back and forth that way. So once you get it where you want it, tighten up the bolts that hold this, and then tighten these up. And you should be good to go. And then put your locks, which basically covers the bolt. Put that on, lock it in place. Okay, I think we're good. Let's see how it closes. Nice and tight. The front one closes good too, but I do notice when I open my door, you hear that? Kind of pop, so I think it's definitely pushing it out a little bit there. But you see the slot, you just slide that in the slot right here, and then you just lock it. And there you go. I don't think this will actually stop anybody if they really wanted to steal your roof rack, but it's a deterrent. All right, so there it is there. Roof rack installed, looking good. And hopefully this video helped you out. If you're trying to put a roof rack on your Toyota Tacoma, second generation. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Peace out.